Welcome back to Codger's Workshop, ladies and gentlemen. And I am back with the Ryobi half-inch impact wrench model P261VN. Okay, you saw me do a video previously that was a unboxing of this impact, and I told you I hadn't had money enough to get the sockets yet. Well, as a graduation gift, parents got me the sockets, half-inch sockets to go with the impact. So I now have the sockets, and here's the deal. Unfortunately, I only have a very brief clip of footage of this in action so far. But I hope to get more as time goes on. We'll see, but I want to talk to you about it because I have used it quite a bit already. Believe it or not, you can see, I don't know if you can see it all, it's not really showing up on camera, I don't think. It's pretty grungy. When I got the impact sockets, I was trying to decide what I was going to do with it. Well, then I needed to do a brake job on my truck, so all new brake pads and rotors all the way around. So I thought, what a better time to find out what this thing's made of, right, than during that. So, here's what I did. I took this over and got my pickup all up in the garage, took the tires off with it. It did beautifully. I mean beautifully. I had it turned all the way up on 3, so I don't know as far as like different speed settings what it would do, what it wouldn't do that way. But I know it turned all the way up on 3. Popped the nuts right off my wheels, and it never even really seemed to grunt that much. So I have a clip of that actually right here. Let me put that in. Impressive. Okay guys, so I'm sorry it was just a 20-second clip. It was a hectic day. I was trying to get all those brake pads and rotors done in one day, and it took me pretty much all day as it was. So I just shot the one clip in the moment of popping the wheels off. The wheels were put on previously with a half-inch ratchet, a long-handled half-inch ratchet, like probably foot and a half long. So, and I'm not shy, okay, so I probably put quite a bit of torque on. I should have, in hindsight, actually took a torque wrench and, you know, tried to figure out exactly what the wheels were torqued to, or torqued up the wheels and then, but, you know, it is what it is. If I had a place, generally, that I could get my pickup into, a garage, and, you know, at my disposal, I would definitely do that for you guys. At this point, I don't have that available to me all the time. So I always take my truck over to my grandfather's garage and work on it there. So I didn't get that checked for you guys, but I can tell you they were on there very tight. I don't know if they were torqued to specs for my pickup or not. But anyway, it popped the wheels right off. No trouble. The calipers. Taking the calipers off, it took 2 calipers off, I think, and 2 bolts out of the other 2 calipers, and 2 of the bolts were stuck really hard, and I had to get an air impact to take them off with. This wouldn't take it. But that's pretty good, because honestly when I bought this I didn't expect a lot out of it. I figured, you know, I didn't figure it would even take the tires off my truck. I really didn't. I thought maybe, but I wasn't sure. Also, the maniac scientist brought his car over previous to that, and he wanted to take the front tire off for some reason. I can't remember why at the time, but we put this on there, and this took it right off, easy peasy. So that was a little encouraging. I was like, well, if it took, but you know, that's a car, so I don't know, but it took it right off my pickup, no problem. I had seen people online saying that this would do that, but you know, I wasn't sure because you never know. So it's pretty broody. I believe it is spec'd out at 300 foot-pounds. I can't really say. I personally think it may have a little more than that, but I'm not really sure. I have used the lower speed settings. I put the tires on. When I put the tires on, I think I had it still in high speed, and I just brought them up to the point where they're snug and gave it a tap on the impact to see kind of, you know, how tight it would put them on. And I went back with a half-inch ratchet afterwards, and I couldn't get them any tighter. So it's got some pretty good tightening power too. But anyway, the low speed, I have used that once. We were taking apart a water pump, and like a household water pump, and I put it on the lower speed so I didn't mess up the threads or anything. And I mean, it worked fine. I don't really know, though. I haven't really gone through all the speeds and can tell you exactly what you can get done with each speed. Like I say, I've only owned this for, I don't know, you guys know better than I have, a couple months maybe. But I am super impressed with this as of right now. Very impressed with it. It is really broody. Also, I have photographic proof. I'm going to put the photo in here. It only took 2 bars off the battery life, working all day with the brake job with this. We took the tires off with it. We took all the calipers off we could with it. We took the brackets off with it, like the shoe brackets. We put all that back together because we had the calipers all apart and everything. We put all of it back together with it. Yeah, it was used a lot. And this is a 4 amp hour P197 battery, lithium. I don't think it's a lithium plus. See, it's got the fuel gauge and everything on it. And that was what I had on it the day we did the brake job. And like I say, we used it all day, and it only burned up 2 bars on the battery. So, very impressed with the runtime, because I figured this thing would eat batteries up like crazy. I haven't used it with my slimmer lithiums, my 1.3 amp hour, so I don't know, you know, how that's going to work. But so far, first impressions here, I'm super impressed. Has way more torque than I originally thought. It can get way more done than I originally thought with less battery power than I originally thought. I'm really curious to see how this holds up over time, because we've seen some good products from Ryobi, but this is a product that takes a beating, okay? It's got the anvil in there just beating away at it, and I want to see, you know, how long is this going to last? Is it going to start splitting the casing here? I mean, what's it going to do? So, I'll be curious to see, but it's impressive. Also, I love these lights. That tri-beam LED eliminates all the shadows. Really awesome to have the lights right on demand in the workspace. You don't have to have extra room for light additionally. It is a little chunky. No chunkier, I wouldn't say, than a air impact, except for the fact that you have all this down here that you wouldn't normally have in an air impact. You just have the T-handle and the hose. But so it is a little bit chunky, nothing too major. I could see, obviously, this is like, the ruler right here. You're dealing with probably 4 extra inches there. Okay. Almost, just about 2 3/4 extra inches with your platform, you know, the base and the battery. So that is something to think about, you know, if you're trying to get in somewhere tight. That is a lot of extra room working on vehicles, you know what I'm saying. So, anyway, but it did a great job. I was really impressed. Like I say, I think I said this in the other video, I got this on like a huge sale. I don't know if it was part of Ryobi days or not, but I got it for like $100 and, what did I say, $10 maybe, all together, with the battery and a bag. The bag here somewhere. Anyway, so really, for that price, I can't remember what this usually goes for, with the battery and everything, and the charger, because I got to charge it too. I don't know. I can't remember. I think it's like $200, $250 or something. It is really expensive, so that's why I hadn't got one before this time. But I have it. I'm loving it. Very, very impressed with it. We'll see overall. You know me, guys. I'll be back with more updates on it, letting you know how it's working out. But so far, knock on Ryobi, it's panning out pretty good. So, also, I have to stress this. I've done it before, but you want impact rated sockets on this. I have used non-impact rated sockets on my impact driver. I would not do that on this. This has a lot of torque, and I don't know what would happen, and you don't want to get shrapnel in your face. So just take that extra money. I bought Pittsburgh. We're going to talk about this in another video, but about the Pittsburgh thing. So I don't want to get too far into that, but that's personally what I got. Harbor Freight Pittsburgh impact rated sockets. They work good. You know, any impact rated socket would work good. Any good brand, you know, with good reviews. So yeah, anyway. I was laughing the other day. I gotta say this real quick. I was like, looking at it, and I was like, wait a minute. There's no belt clip, right? I was like, why not? Who wouldn't want this thing hanging off your side all day with a 4-amp hour battery on it? Come on. It's pretty crazy because it's pretty hefty, but yeah, anyway, so that's kind of funny. But they did put a spot. I don't know if anybody cares. I mean, I don't care, but they did put a spot for a lanyard right there on the back if you know, if that's something you want to put in later or whatever. But so far, it looks like we're going to have another good product from Ryobi, guys. I don't want to hold you up too long here. This has been my kind of first thoughts on using this, kind of a first thoughts review, we'll call it, of the Ryobi P261VN half-inch impact driver. Impact wrench. That gets me. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. There'll be more great stuff on the way. You guys are awesome. Like and subscribe.